You tried to sneak that in there. I
I
saw you.
did. I did. I was trying so hard.
You tried to sneak some Mexican cha-cha talk into the open live, and nay. If you're looking for it, hang around. I'll tell you all about the Mexican cha-chas at the end of the show. Before we do that, it's Super Bowl week, baby. Super Bowl storylines, the best of them coming at you. Super Bowl 55.
Nope.
This is the
Nope.
what is it?
60.
Oh, what is LV? Is that what it is?
60.
Okay. Ray's a fucking cunt tonight, huh?
LX. It's actually LX.
I'll tell you what, that's the second time you've been corrected by a retard in the past 5 minutes.
I don't want to be here.
What was the other time?
Why don't we start with some opening takes like we always do? Go ahead.
Me? Thank you. The last 3 Super Bowls have all been won by the underdog. Eagles last year, Chiefs the year before, and the Chiefs again in 2023. Teams that had coordinators leave for a head coaching job. Clint Kubiak is one of them. He's set to be the Raiders head coach. Their record is 1-12 in Super Bowls. Teams fighting back noise after having a PR week of the Super Bowl. Seahawks selling the team 0-6. Teams wearing white in the Super Bowl are 16-5. Patriots will be wearing white. Numbers don't lie. Stats don't lie. Nerds are always right. Patriots by 1 billion come Sunday. Thank you very much.
That was like the best opening take Raymond's ever had. He sounded like a ranting child that was just spouting off reasons.
Numbers!
I loved every second of it, and it was great.
He's very giddy. And I'll go with my opening take based on everything that Ray said. Hammer the Seahawks. Hammer them, hammer them, hammer them. Bobby, your opening take.
Oh, wait. You gotta go a little slower. I gotta get to there.
No one can go as slow as you need, Raymond. Try to keep up.
True.
Well, here we are. It is Super Bowl week, and I have to say, I am quite excited. It has taken a whole week for this to sink in, and it has been about 2 weeks about how everybody in America still, guess what, hates the Patriots. Who would have known? Kraft, Belichick, they can't get into the Hall of Fame, even if they were to personally blow every member of the Hall of Fame. And I'll tell you what, and like Raymond said, when the Patriots win, everybody's going to hate them that much more.
Bingo.
It's good to be back. Obviously, we got a lot of Patriots Seahawks talk. Super Bowl 61, as I'm told, I think. We'll be
60.
going over that. Oh, sorry. Things to look for in that game. We'll do a little in. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Everyone's so kind in the show. The storylines around the Super Bowl outside of the teams themselves, we'll get into a little bit of that. Outside of the Patriots, which will be mostly Patriots in Super Bowl 63 here tonight. We will also do a little bit of Celtics talk. There was some news out of that camp. We've got this or that with Chief Bobby. This is the Simple Minds Sports Show, Super Bowl week. Welcome to the show. If you're watching on YouTube, Ray, this is 2 weeks in a row. Pretty bad. Let's try to step it up. Bobby, new room. I like that. You're welcome. Otherwise, listeners and viewers, if you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, rate, subscribe, review, tell your friends. As always, tell your mothers. That opening little graphic there that you did there, Ray, great job on that. Sincerely. Can I tell you what I have never been able to get into in all of the Super Bowl's pitches in? Super Bowl week. I don't give a shit about the stupid reporters that know nothing, that come and ask dumbass questions and media day and all that bullshit. Like 2000, not to be the old guy here, like 2001, like those Super Bowls, it seemed like it was still more of it was less of a show. It was more kind of like the boots on the ground, beat writers. You'd get some intakes and inside shit. And that felt a little bit more real. This is just nonsense. It's just nonsense. And there's no good national publication anymore that's covering. ESPN obviously sucks. There's some good stuff here and there, I guess, but just media day in general, that whole thing, I can't get into it.
Mike Vrabel was asked, and I quote, "Is this a must-win game?"
It's like,
how do you answer? Like, what do you say to them?
I would just say yes, and that's it.
How do you guys feel?
I just would simply say yes, and I would just pretend that person didn't exist.
Is that like how I feel like when I ask you guys questions?
I thought you've been spot on today.
Just the phrasing of the way that came out of your mouth. is reason. That was frustrating to listen to. You made me think twice as hard as I need to understand what you were trying to ask or say. I wasn't even sure if it was a question. It's like the Charlie Day. Never mind. You don't even watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so it's not going to make a difference. Here's what might make a difference. Maybe still go get a free shirt. We all we need. Those still out there on.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're at the game, go over to San Francisco right now. If you're at the game, they have a pop-up shop up there. Go get the We All We Need sweatshirts, t-shirts. They have them all in stock: blue, white, black. They got all the colors. Go check them out.
Very good. Patriots Seahawks, some story lines, some interesting things to look for from the game. I put them in order that first came to mind. And the first thing that comes to me is Drake May, twofold. The injury is being talked up ad nauseum because it is the Super Bowl. He is a quarterback, and he apparently has a shoulder to his throwing arm. So rightfully so, they've been talking a lot about it. Question 2 is, how big of a deal is it? Is it a reason why he has sucked so bad in the playoffs? And will it be a reason that he does not perform in the Super Bowl?
It's actually it's a big thing because obviously he was asked about it. He said he's turned the corner, so it obviously is a problem. He's banged up. He played top three defenses in the NFL and the AFC road to the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's the big concern right now. He looked like shit against Denver. I mean, he got banged around again in Denver. But now the Patriots posted a video yesterday or this morning showing him throwing on the run. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's good to go.
Speaking of videos getting banged around in Denver, your mother showed me something the other night that was spot on.
Was it?
No, it was actually horrific. Bobby?
This is going to end up being one of those things that get talked about all for 2 weeks, and then the second Sunday comes will be a complete non-issue. I don't think in the game it'll manifest itself. I think he'll be just fine. Whatever the shoulder injury was or wasn't, I don't know if that affected his play. Sunday he played like shit. The Texans game, that was a weather game, and I don't think he was injured in that game or in the Chargers game.
Yeah, I think it's fair to talk about, and if he does have some bad throws, that will be the reason why. That's what it will be. There were very peculiar misses in that Denver game, short and in the dirt, that we had not seen from him basically his entire career. So I think that is injury related, and if it took 2 weeks to clear up and they held him out of some practices and it cleared up, then great. But you can't say it's not a threat to get re-injured. I think it will have an impact. I think it's an impact going into this game. If he can gut through it, then good for him. But if he starts off and similar throws, look out.
Well, also earlier in the week too, last week he was quote unquote sick and didn't practice, but he was still in the building, going over game plans and stuff. If you were sick, you wouldn't want anyone else on the team getting sick. They'd send you home. So I think that was a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You just go rest your shoulder, come here, look over the game plan, and then go home.
Never send the quarterback home, ever.
I think overall he's dealing with the shoulder injury to his throwing shoulder. I think whether that's a pain tolerance or on certain types of throws, or whether he's got to rear it up, whether that can affect him more on some throws than others. We may have saw that in Denver, and they held him out of practice intentionally for that injury concern, whether it would be maintenance and not aggravated, or wear and tear, or if he actually truly needed it. It's part of it. Like, he's going into the story with an injured right shoulder, period. How much that affects him in the game, obviously we will only know when he goes out there and play. There's no threat of him not playing. That's for sure. And I think a lot of that was gamesmanship by Vrabel and continues to be. So good on him for holding it to his vest and making the Seahawks think a little bit. But if you're the Seahawks, you just prepare for Drake May. And if Josh Dobbs comes in there, I think you're going to be okay.
Woohoo!
A lot is being made on Drake May, and if he does have a good game, if his shoulder is not injured, or if he can gut through, if he does have a good game, a real Drake May game, every person I've heard talk about this, it's in the bag for the Pats, and I don't think that is the case at all. I think Drake May could have a really good game to still be a dogfight. I think Drake May has to have a really good game for this to be a dogfight. Do you think, Bobby, if he goes out there and a really good game for Drake May is 3 touchdowns in the air, 287 yards, a 74% completion percentage, and probably one fumble not lost. It's probably the best game that you might be able to ask for out of Drake May. If he does that, or do you have the Patriots in a firm win?
I think if he does that, they win the game. Whether or not they walk away with it, that's a totally different story. I think if he does that and the defense and the surrounding cast play like they have been in the past 3 games, I think they win the game. Then you're telling me if Sam Darnold has an equal game to that, where he's putting up those numbers and he's not fucking up and having his turnovers, that's how close the game is.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold's obviously a big question mark there. We can get to him, but it's JSN. I mean, I don't know if they've played. JSN was the best wide receiver in football this year, so they haven't played a wide receiver as good as him. And can they stop him? The Christian Gonzalez versus JSN thing, I hope to God they don't go that route, Mike Vrabel. I hope you do not put Christian Gonzalez one-on-one with JSN, because that's going to be a long day for Gonzo. He's not the type of player that Christian Gonzalez has success covering, and I don't think you have success in that type of defense, putting your number one guy against their number one guy. It's too easy. It's too easy to dissect and go somewhere else. So to wrap up the point, I just don't think Drake May having a big performance leads to a blow up by the Patriots. I think he's going to need to have a really solid game for them to stay competitive. And we'll see. We'll see if injury plays into that. Speaking of that Patriots, the next biggest Patriots defense, the next biggest storyline or thing that I think you need to look for the team to have success is the Patriots defensive front, which is what has been carrying them through these playoffs for sure. Ray put up a comment as I was in the middle of saying, Pats only win if we see classic shit show Darnold and Campbell can block. I don't agree with that. The Patriots...
Superfan Patrick Mooney is literally barely literate.
Not a lot of capitalization in that sentence. Grammar guru Ray didn't catch it that time, but I'm sure he will next time. I didn't say that. Don't get mad at me. Look, there's no question the Patriots front seven, the Patriots defensive front, defensive tackles, particularly Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, are going to need to have an impact in this game the same way they've been doing all year long, all through the playoffs. Obviously, you have a quarterback that has a history of getting rattled, has not shown it yet this year so far. But if you can get to him and get him rattled and get him moving, and obviously you're going to disrupt the offense. It's going to disrupt any offense. Fun stat I had from a piss poor performance, the worst performance from JSN and Darnold in the season was against the Minnesota Vikings, in which the Vikings blitzed 65% of the time and held Jackson Smith and Jigba to 2 catches, I think, and Darnold had a bad day. We all know the Patriots have been blitzing out their ass against these less than good quarterbacks through the playoffs. I would hope to see something similar up against Darnold.
I'll go. The biggest storyline right now from Seattle that no one's talking about, their starter, Charles Cross, he has a foot problem, and backup Josh Jones has an ankle and knee problem, both tackles, and their backup rookie tackle, Amari Knight, is now placed on injured reserve. Their tackles are all fucked. Their offensive line's banged up. No one's really talking about it. I think our defense...
That inside fucking information from Raymond today.
Our defense is going to feast. We'll be getting at Jesus Christ, Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yep, Jackson Smith and Jigba is not going to have time to get the ball. So yeah,
it isn't just Drake May having to win the game. The defensive line has to control the line of scrimmage like they have for 3 games, stop the run. If the Seahawks can't run the ball, then they become one-dimensional. And then you have an average quarterback who's played well in Sam Darnold going up with one-dimensional in passing situations in which they will blitz and be able to spin the dial on defense, where they're going to do a different thing every time in passing situations. That's how they're going to create turnovers. That's how they can win the game.
It's a formula they've followed a lot in the playoffs here as their offense have sputtered, but really throughout the season. Throughout the season, the defense, if you remember, it was 9 straight games they let up a first possession drive by the opponent for a touchdown. But once the game settles in and declares itself, obviously the record speaks for itself, and Mike Vrabel tends to settle in and get his team in a place where they're successful. I think the same thing can happen here. We don't see there's no evidence to think that it wouldn't. But to your point, Bobby, getting a fast start and getting a lead, like any game, but certainly in the Super Bowl is going to take a lot of pressure off. And I look at Josh McDaniels and I look at Vrabel and the players and the experience that certainly you have more of an advantage if you're the Patriots from an experience standpoint, specifically in your head coach and your offensive coordinator. Do we see McDaniels and Vrabel come out aggressive? Do we see McDaniels? He's going to have 1 to 4 plays that we have not seen before or have not seen this year at least, schemed up for when he needs them. I'm interested to see how aggressive they get off offensively first. Through the playoffs, it's been run, pass until they needed to make some action. I hope they don't do that. I hope they come out aggressive offensively and get the pressure on that Seattle offensive line, Sam Darnold, and let the D line go to work there. I think that'll be interesting. And you take the coaching experience into consideration there. You got Mike McDaniel, 38-year-old rookie head coach for Seattle. Does that goes one or two ways? He's either too dumb to fail, or he's really conservative in a place where it's insane and you got nerves running through your ball. So I think coaching is is going to be a huge factor in the game. Here's another thing.
Can I jump in real quick? You talked about Minnesota real quick. They're the top 3 defense in the NFL after all the rankings are done. Seattle's path to the Super Bowl, they played the 49ers, who are 20th, and then they played the Rams, who are 17th. They really haven't played a defense like the Patriots yet in the postseason. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do. I think we can be like the Minnesota Vikings with the pressure that we can get to Sam Darnold. So I think it's something they haven't seen all playoff long, and is going to get to Sam Darnold. They're going to get after him.
It's going to be a key to the game for sure. I think that when you look at the Patriots defense versus the Seattle offense, Bobby, nailed it. When you make them one-dimensional, it's going to be a much harder game. I like that. I think that's your strongest matchup from a Patriots standpoint. So the key for me really does come down to offense and how efficiently Drake May can play the game. And I look at Mike, obviously McDaniels, who I just mentioned, obviously May himself. But I also understand that the Seahawks defense is in the bottom 3 or bottom 5 in tight end coverage. Hunter Henry has been quiet as a mouse all playoffs in physical weather games, which is really not his deal. Should be a little bit more open, even though potential weather here in San Francisco, at least it's going to be a little chilly out there. But look for Hunter Henry to have a good game. The coverage secondary for the Seattle is excellent. Diggs has also been quiet. And then you got, Bourne and Hollins out there. We'll see what they can do, but I'm looking for a big game out of Henry. The other side of the ball, this is interesting to me. And Ray, you mentioned it. Clint Kubiak has already been rumored to be the next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
I haven't sent you your $25 yet because he hasn't been approved. Like, he hasn't accepted it.
Fair enough. Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks, of the Mike Shanahan tree. Listen to Bedard today or yesterday, whatever it was, talking about that Shanahan offense versus the McDaniels offense in game and adjustments. The Shanahan offense does what it does. And if it can create opportunities within its offense, it exploits it. And obviously the efficiency of that offense is very good. And the success rate overall is very good. However, in big games, it is yet to break through outside of McVay when he got Stafford, right? And had a completely loaded roster. Shanahan has fell flat. And Bedard was talking about the fact that they didn't have answers mid-game when the defense shifts or makes adjustments. They basically kind of have to go back to the couple things that the Shanahan offense does versus the McDaniels offense, the Patriots, the Brady offense, which tends to adjust on the fly weekly, quarterly. We see it in game. They completely change their tactics. That'll be interesting to me. If Darnold is under pressure, if they can't get things rolling, what can Kubiak dial up, if anything? Is there anything in that offense, in that bag, that they trust Sam Darnold to attack with? Because like you said, the Patriots are going to get him. They're going to get after him. There's going to be pressure there
all day long.
Any thoughts on the secondary of Seattle and their coverage on May? Can they glean anything from these last playoff games and the poor performances, some copycat league shit from their secondary, making things confusing for them? Any inside information on that one there? Bingo bango.
That's you.
Me? Very good.
Yeah.
So, what's the comparison right now? For the best defense in the league is between Seattle and Houston. But the consensus is Houston has the better talent. Seattle has the better scheme. So pretty much Mike McDonald is known for having the best scheme with mixing up coverages. It isn't necessarily that their talent is there. They have very good talent, but they're constantly doing different and unique things on defense. So I think really more from a perspective of Drake May, I think really if he can be set up for success by McDaniels and by the coaching staff to understand what he's going to see or what he's potentially going to see, that's going to be helpful for him. That I really think he was more just overwhelmed by the defensive line talent that that Denver faced. I don't think a strong secondary. If May can buy a few seconds to scramble off to the side, left or right, guys are going to uncover. It's always about line play.
Yeah, it's a good point. If the talent of the Seattle Seahawks is based in their secondary, and you have a little bit of not an advantage, but it's not as big a disadvantage on the left side of the Patriots line and their rookies, Campbell and Wilson. If you can get Drake a little bit more settled in the pocket, off platform throws, he can fit in the tight windows, down the sideline, one-on-one coverage. These are the things that he's good at, especially when he's not getting his ass blown out like a Tuesday Irene's every other play with the rush coming from his left. Positive thoughts there. All right. Who are you most worried about in this game? I gave you a couple options to go with, but Ray, why don't you give me either your top guy or a couple guys who you're most worried about in the Patriots
Hawkins.
heading into the game?
Jalen Hawkins. He's been lost in coverage. I mean, we shit on Christian Gonzalez all the time, but it's Jalen Hawkins. This guy against Cortland Sutton last week, 2 weeks ago, he was the one that gave up the touchdown. He was the reason why that 54-yard pass was completed. It's him. He's always the one. You always say they don't have a free safety on this team. That's the one I'm most worried about right now going into Super Bowl.
Bobby?
I would say the offensive line on the left side, Campbell and Wilson.
Very good.
Okay. Yeah, that's them.
I would venture a guess the reason why is because they've sucked balls.
Because I think May doesn't have a good pocket presence yet. He hasn't developed it. So if he gets someone on his lap quick, we've shown that he will put the ball on the ground.
He's also has happy feet the past few weeks too.
I'm most worried about Drake May. I think that it's the most weighted player on the field on either side of the ball. He is the most important player in this game for either side. He has to perform, and he has not in the playoffs to date, more or less. So that gives me pause. That gives me worry. You put a shoulder injury on top of it, and the jitters we saw from him in Mile High in his first championship game. He's top of the list, because if he doesn't go out there and play, Jalen Hawkins can give up 100 touchdowns. If Drake May can't throw any, it doesn't matter.
Can I put one that you didn't have on your list there?
Yeah.
Robert Spillane. I'm worried that if he can't go and his ankle is not 100%, he is the glue. I mean, like Bobby said, when Milton Williams and Robert Spillane weren't there, that Ren defense was atrocious.
Spillane's going to take the biggest fucking pain-killing shot you've ever seen in your fucking life. He is going to be so doped up on whatever the fuck he can take, and he's going to play the game. And then his ankle might explode after the game, but none of us give a fuck after that.
No, but he's going to get some reindeer juice or whatever the hell.
Reindeer piss.
Reindeer piss. He's going to strap an actual reindeer femur to his fucking ankle and go out there and
fucking go
get it done.
Yeah,
exactly. All right. Who are you not worried about? I'll give you Milton Williams and Barmore as the easiest ones. They're defensive tackles. Go somewhere else. Who else are you not worried about?
Stephon Diggs. I think this is his moment. This is what he's been dreaming for. I remember when he lost to the Chiefs, he was standing out in midfield just to get it all in and be like, one day I'll be there. He's going to be there. He's going to be showing up, showing off. This is his time to shine. Like, this is what he wants to do. This is, how you have those divas receivers, they only want to get paid. This guy wants a fucking championship so goddamn bad. And I think he's going to ball out on Sunday.
I have my doubts on Diggs, but go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, just in general, I'm not worried about anybody on the defense. I think the defense as a unit has shown up and performed. Hawkins is, he's probably the weakest link, but Yeah, I think that the defense is going to show up. I just more worry about if the offense can hold up their hand of the bargain and
Over under 1.5 defensive DPIs for Carlton Davis.
Over.
under. They're not going to throw any flags in this game.
You're
Just
saying the
one.
refs won't play a role in this game? Please.
Just one 50-yard DPI for Carlton Davis.
Yeah, it's going to be one 60-yard play, but yeah.
It'll lead to a touchdown, no big deal. And don't already start with the fucking ref conspiracy bullshit, you losers. You absolute dog shit losers. Oh, the refs are going to play. Shut the fuck up, especially in Super Bowls. Bobby's right. Refs almost never come into play in Super Bowls. Give me the list of game-changing calls from Super
I've been
Bowls.
right all fucking show.
Outside of your complimentary comments for Ray, I don't disagree with you. All right, let's take a quick break and throw to the headlines with the obvious one.
And thank you there, Richard. We are T-minus 5 days away from Super Bowl 60 XL. LX in Santa Clara, where the New England Patriots will be taking on
your mother's ass.
Seattle Seahawks, who, as of this writing, are 4-point favorites. Kickoff is 6:20. Other news: Robert Kraft will not be a Hall of Famer after he was not inducted this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame. The Celtics, who are winners of 2 in a row, take on the future top 10 player in the NBA, Cooper Flagg, and the Dallas Mavericks tonight at 8 p.m. They will be without Anthony Simons because he's been traded to the Chicago Bulls for a second-round pick for Nikola Vucevic. In the second round. And other NBA news, trade deadline is this Thursday, and big names are set to be moved. Giannis, John Morant, James Harden, and Anthony Davis are all rumored to be traded. The Bruins got porked in Tampa in the Stadium Series at Raymond James Stadium, 6-5. Fights, goals, and controversy riddled the game. The Bruins play their last game Wednesday before the break against the Florida Panthers. Rich and Bobby are questioning what break. Well, it's the Winter Olympics, baby, of course. Coming from us from northern Italy, the opening ceremony is Friday, and we get 16 days of winter sports action. I know someone who's excited. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you, Richard.
Okay, a couple things outside the game. I will say Bobby has been good. Ray, not great. I have also not been great, but I do have nice gachas. I have been tapped out for 4 days, so I have an excuse. Ray, you're just drinking?
Yeah, and edibles.
Oh, fucking, you know not to do that. You know not to do that.
It's been a day. I'm sorry.
It's a real useless bag of milk when you do those things.
I know.
Speaking of useless bags of milk, this city, San Francisco, Santa Clara, where all of media and everything is being held in San Francisco. In potential weather game, is this city? Why do they keep putting Super Bowls in San Francisco?
Because you build a brand new stadium, state of the art, you get a Super Bowl.
Because the NFL are money-grubbing scumbags. The Super Bowl should be played in 3 places: New Orleans, Miami, and Los Angeles. That's it. Everybody else can fuck off.
Arizona?
No, fuck them.
Dallas?
Houston?
Fine. Dallas, 4. Houston, no,
Arizona.
fuck off.
Phoenix, yuck. Get out of here.
Yeah, no, you're an asshole.
True.
I win. Ray, you did talk about it. Seattle distractions. The team may have to be forced to sell because of a compliance rule. It's in a trust. It's not actually in someone's name. I just learned this. You have to.
Paul Allen. Nope. Paul Allen died, and he said when he died,
those sneaky little fucks.
When he died, he said he wanted to sell the team, and all the shares go to charities. So now they're doing it.
I don't think that is confirmed.
That is confirmed.
I don't. I just Googled it before the show. I
Kind of like how you.
They're not confirming anything before the Super Bowl.
But that's what it was in his will. But that was in his will. Like when he dies, he's supposed the kids are supposed to sell the team and give the shares to charity.
Okay, well, they clearly don't give a fuck about his will, and the NFL doesn't either. They just don't. They can't have a team in a trust. Is the compliance? They may be forced to sell. So you got that hanging over the Seahawks, as we mentioned. Clint Kubiak, head coach of the Raiders, on his way out the door. To all Ray's points of like teams wearing white, the Clint Kubiak point is the most substantial. Teams with coaches heading out the door generally don't pull through in this shit because you need supreme concentration. And obviously you just, even if you say you're not, even if you are focused, there's something that's non-tangible when you've got your guy going
thinking about being a head coach of the Raiders.
how much that's going to suck. And the next job he's going to have to get 3 years from now when he gets fired. This one's crawling on my ass too. The quote Sam Darnold redemption story. If the Seahawks win this game, is Sam Darnold all of a sudden going to be considered a top quarterback in the league?
No.
The Sam Darnold redemption story. He's a guy that has bounced around the league, has had two decent good seasons with excellent offensive programs in Minnesota and now here in Seattle. And yes, this Seattle transition has been more surprising than not, for sure. But it's not like he's some Cinderella guy. He's just a journeyman that's on a good team in my eyes. There's too much being made of the Sam Darnold redemption.
Well, it's all going to be for naught when Drake May rolls out his massive hog on him.
I don't like your guys' confidence here. I don't like it at all. I like more of a negative. You're muted, dumbass. I like more of a negative show with still muted. Click the button, buddy.
I did click the button, buddy.
Got it. You got it now, Chief.
I said I'm not a fucking pussy ass bitch like you. That's what.
Well, yeah, Christmas sales are not good. They don't look good on you. Super Bowl 49 rematch. That has I got nothing to do with that either. That's more the fans. Just keep showing them the Malcolm Butler interception. Get the fans all riled up, crying in their soup. The other one that comes out of New England, this team reminding you of the 2001 Patriots. No.
Yes.
No.
Not in the fucking least. They got top 3 quarterback. Tom Brady took over for their $100 million man out of nowhere. Go, Bobby.
Yeah, Patriots were 14-3 in 2001. They were what, like 9-7,
10-6, I think. Yeah,
10-6. Yeah, it was just totally different team thing.
You also have 20 years of dominance, like right here behind you in the rear view with this team. Bobby said in the opening take, everyone still hates you. 2001 was like, why are these guys here? No.
Yeah, but I think they're talking about the underdog, the whole underdog story. We're underdogs. We shouldn't have been here. We should have lost to Texas. We should have lost to the Broncos. We're going to lose to Seattle. Everyone thinks we're the underdog. So I think that's the whole narrative is that, it's a cute little story. You guys made it, but you guys are going to get curb stomped. And then when we win, it'd be like, fuck you.
I mean, that's a cool story. It's a pretty big stretch to comparing it to 2001, where they were just underdogs in the Super Bowl, and I don't see it, and I think it's dumb. I'd like no one to speak about it ever again. The Patriots tied for the most Super Bowls heading into the game, tied for the most Super Bowl wins, tied for the most Super Bowl losses. Obviously, they will break one of those heading into the game. I have not made my prediction, nor will I ever on any of these because I believe in karma like a pussy ass bitch. And I've also had phenomenal success as a New England fan, being cynical about every goddamn thing as we roll into this until the clock hits fucking 0 on it. So I will remain cynical and nasty and bitchy if you continue to be overconfident in this. However, if they were to win, they would get 7 Super Bowl victories as a franchise, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers with 6. If they were to lose, Denver would be eclipsed in the loss column at 5.
Well, don't worry. We'll be 7.
Robert Kraft found out this week, also snubbed to the Hall of Fame. To piggyback onto Bill Belichick being snubbed to the Hall of Fame, at this point, it's just grotesque. They're
going to tell Brady to fuck off next.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I said in the text exchange.
They're trying to make that a story. Should Brady be worried?
I just think there are a handful of slimy, no good, spiteful douchebags in that room. I don't remember his name. You can look it up. It was on the Ryan Russillo show. One of the voters did an interview with Ryan Russillo, and he was like, look, it's bad. The whole system's bad. The whole thing is just corrupt with old crotchety fucks, and it really has to be. He's like, I've tried to quit 1,000 times, but I think I can change it from within. That whole thing. He just admitted that the whole thing is nonsense, and of course it is. Belichick was, I mean, that was beyond the pale. Funny, but also dumb. Kraft, they've been stringing this guy along. He will not get in until he dies. They're gonna Pete Rose this fucking guy.
Bobby.
Well, if it's a trade for the title, we'll see. Whatever.
He might do it. Here's some good news. Terrell Williams, the defensive coordinator of the Patriots, Stephen A. Smith is listening. He did not coordinate the Patriots defense on the sideline this year because he was battling prostate cancer, and he is now cancer-free. So that's good. Well done. That's nice news. And then just to kick it off, the Bad Bunny halftime show is making a lot of noise. So to combat that, they are doing an alternative halftime show brought to you by Turning Point USA, featuring Kid Rock, something called Brantley Gilbert, and some little bitch named Lee Price, I think. I know nothing about these people. Your thoughts on this? Which halftime show will you be enjoying this Super Bowl?
I will be walking from my neighbor's house to my house to watch the second half. That's what I'll be watching.
If you're interested in alternative things, please see Raymond's Alternative Lifestyle. Maybe you'll be interested in that.
There's one more story. There's one more storyline that no one's talking about. Mike Vrabel, when he was coach of the Tennessee Titans, made this bold prediction or a bold statement.
Would you cut your dick off for a Super Bowl?
Oh, been married 20 years. Yeah, probably.
You've got 3.
As a player. I guess we'll be married for 20 years one day.
Would you? If you
won't need it.
If you came home holding a bag of ice, and Jen was like, "Oh, honey, what'd you do?"
She'd be like, I thought you already got fixed.
I made the ultimate sacrifice.
I had to cut my dick off, honey. We're gonna win a Super Bowl. She'd be like, all right. Or would she be upset?
She'd probably be on board.
She would be like, do you want me to do it? Do you want to do it now?
Braves, he's a man's man.
Yep.
Do you want me to do it?
There you go. Do you have a prediction? What's your prediction? Super Bowl 62.
Patriots 32, Seahawks 24.
32? When the fuck has anybody scored 32 points? That's the dumbest fucking score. There's like 18 field goals.
I love how mad Bobby got it. That's stupid ass prediction.
I think it's a low scoring game. I say 2016 Patriots.
Very good. I think Pats might get lucky to win this one. Squeak it out. We'll be right back with a little alternate programming, Ray's alternate lifestyle, right after this. The Boston Celtics, who we have not talked about in a number of weeks for a good reason, made a move worthy talking about even on Super Bowl week, to us anyway. Anthony Simons traded to the Bulls for Vucevic.
Thank you.
So you want a Nicholas Vucevic.
I don't do good Russian.
I ain't do good no talking on Russian. Celtics, this is the robots did the work for me on this one. That's pretty much it. Second round picks.
Basketball emoji and light bulb emoji gave it away.
We were making fun of you before you got on the show.
Oh, that's what you guys do at every fucking show. You get on there early and get your willies off.
It's called being punctual, Rich. Punctual.
Yeah, I'm punctual with your mother in her ass Tuesday nights. If anyone wants to join, 8:30. Vucevic is there to pump up a front court for the Celtics, which has been lacking star power there since their trade of Kristaps Porzingis and losing Al Horford. Vucevic has been a good player, good professional player on shitty teams his whole career. 35 years old, averaging 21, 9 and 3 on the season. Shoots the three. 16, 9 and 3. He's making 21 million. That's where that number is coming from. 17, 9 and 3. That's right. He shoots the three, so he's a Joe Mazzulla wet dream there, Bobby. He is a pretty piss poor defender, so we'll see how that works out.
So doesn't matter.
Most importantly, it brings the team $2 million under the first apron, saves them a boatload in taxes, which was always the preferred path for this new ownership this year. $14 million under the second apron. They have created a $27.7 million trade exception that they can sign buyouts with, or they can trade somebody into without giving up money. Any of you green teamers that think they're going to exercise that this year, you're high as fucking Ray right now. They're under the apron. That was their goal. And what everybody needs to do is just golf clap for Brad Stevens for putting a second-place team in the Eastern Conference that just bolstered their front court, which was their biggest weakness, with a all-star perennial professional player in Vucevic, as Jason Tatum, fingers the internet saying he's not going to come back, and he's definitely going to come back. You've put yourself in a position to go back to the NBA Finals, all while clearing however many tens of millions of dollars in salary with the exodus of Holiday and Porzingis and Horford.
And somehow you got better. You got better too. You got
We'll
better.
see,
Yeah. I mean, Anthony Simons is a great player. Don't get me wrong. Great role player. He's been
not a great player. He's a good player.
He's
a role player.
Very good this year. You probably sold him at like the best time you could sell him at, because you probably got the best value for him. And I think it's going to be a big trade for him, because you needed front court help. Keita sucks. Like, they had no one. Like, he can't shoot the ball. He barely, like, all he can do is rebound. He couldn't do anything else other than that. Now you got some guy that can stretch the floor. Everyone was congested in the middle. Like, it's going to help out everybody on this team right now.
Tell that to Missoula, first of all. Okay, let's not overblow the trade. It's a good trade. It takes wing asset and puts it into the front court, which is needed. The guy's 35 and it's an expiring contract. Okay, this isn't like some huge long-term move. This is kind of a short-sighted move, which still gets him under the cap. So again, Brad Stevens fucking worked his magic, because it looks really good. It's exactly what they needed. They're under the cap. They maintain all their flexibility, but is it? It still is. What are they going to do next? This is a short-term deal. It's a good move. It isn't great.
I don't disagree with that. I think it's the best move. Well, we'd have to consider other trade options at the front court, but within the parameter of what they did, like if you want to name me some players that would have also brought them under the first apron and filled the need as well as Vucevic will do it, sure, we can have that conversation. But in terms of what you said, Bobby, moving the wing asset to the front court, which they needed, especially with Tatum coming back, Brad Stevens made his team better in a year where they're unexpectedly competing for an East championship on the heels of their best player returning. So, I just think
no pun intended on the heels.
To that point, if this was a quote unquote go for it move where, okay, this guy's on an expiring deal, we're making room for Tatum to trade Simons to get a player of equal value to put in the front court to still maintain flexibility, but to still quote unquote go for it, to do it all with one move, massive trouble.
Yeah, I think that's what it was from Stevens. I think he's staying competitive under the purview of a budget of getting on the first apron. That was the mandate. That was the mandate from ownership, was to cut salary in a year where they were not going to have Tatum, and they cut their taxes down to under first apron status. He did that and made team a competitive team on the floor, and just made his team better. Maybe not from player to player. Maybe Anthony Simons is a better player in the NBA right now, but in terms of what the Celtics needed, they're a better team. They're just a better, well-rounded, more well-rounded team right now. I think Brad Stevens is just doing a fucking excellent job.
Simons' contract was also expiring this year, so suck it fine.
Yeah, they're two expiring contracts. And one was $27 million, one was $20 million, $21 million, and now what the fuck's his name? Chisholm. Now Chisholm is probably saving $40 million in taxes or whatever.
His wife's gonna make another smut book.
God damn, we gotta read that book one of these days. So there you go. A lot more Celtics in our future. Post Sunday Super Bowl football season officially ending. Pour one out for that. So we'll be heavy basketball there. Before we get to that, let's do a little Chief this or that with Chief Bobby after this.
Some of the finest video art on the internet right now. Really is. It's fine work.
I've never heard it called video art before. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
There you have.
So picture this: you're about to read the smut book and try to get into the mood. So you have some fruit with to get yourself a little bit of a taste here. Would you rather have blueberries or strawberries?
Fruit is an aphrodisiac.
Natural
Oh.
sugars.
Yeah. Give me some strawberries, Bobby. I can just imagine your mom just fucking posting those.
Yeah.
The answer is blueberries. Blueberries is the better of choice.
In your scenario, it's definitely strawberries. On the day-to-day, it's blueberries. Handful of blueberries in the morning, chef's kiss. But in your smut scenario with your mother's ass,
In the smut
Strawberries.
scenario, I'll give you. In the smut
Strawberries.
scenario, the strawberry. Yeah, fine. All right.
The picture you were
Day-to-day
painting
blueberry
is
if we're gonna-
strawberries. Yes, if it's day to day, it's blueberries.
The
But if
smut
it's
scenario was just a
strawberries.
transition there at the end.
I got you. No, nice transition. It backfired on you. Move on.
Yeah, very good. You can only shower or wash yourself in any way once a week, or you can
Done.
only change your clothes once a week.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Wait, you can shower all the time.
I'd
that's-
rather shower all the
I'll
time.
stay in the. Give me the same clothes. Fuck
yeah,
it.
I'd rather shower. So give me the same clothes every day.
I'll just buy some dope threads. I'll look sick every day. I'll be great.
I'll buy different pair. I've had packets of underwear every week.
Fuck yeah. I'll be careful. Try not to spill.
I think that's probably the most. I think that's probably the most sane move.
Yeah. This one's I like this question. You can have Amazon deliveries and deliveries of any kind, but they come in a very big, heavy metal box, which you then have to dispose of some way. I don't know how. Or you have to go to the store to get all your bullshit.
Give me that big metal box.
Store.
Give me that metal box.
Am I
ain't
guaranteed
going
the
out
store's
loud.
going to have what I want? Because stores don't even have shit anymore. Can I get what I want at the store?
Yeah,
No.
you can get what you want at the store.
Yeah,
No,
store
no.
all day. Store all day. Fuck your metal box. Everything comes in a metal box, like just all the time. Everything's,
Imagine the amount of fucking cardboard I have at this house drives me utterly fucking insane. I want to
that's where it came
shoot
from.
somebody. I'm constantly putting cardboard in the fucking garbage just to get rid of it. It is overflowing. I have piled it everywhere. I have just barely gotten out of Christmas because of the amount of fucking cardboard in this house. So I
not
will
cut
go
it
to the
up? Like,
store.
what do
I
you
don't
do
wanna
with
be
it?
Filled up with fucking metal like a drug addict's house.
I have a razor knife and I just cut those things into fucking small pieces and just throw it in the recyclables.
simple minds, baby. That's a what else? You got nothing else going on. You're just sitting out there in your underwear, fucking cutting up
Got nothing to
cardboard.
fucking do but cut up his cardboard.
I put up a little Chappelle Roan and fucking big pony clip.
He's high as fuck, just sitting there cutting shit down. Good for you, Raymond.
Thank you. What's that? You want me to help you with dinner? I gotta do this.
You quit sending these cardboard boxes here. I gotta cut them up with my razor knife.
Never shampoo your hair or never brush your teeth.
Never shampoo my hair.
Hair.
Yeah.
Bobby doesn't shampoo his hair. We know.
I
this.
don't. I haven't bought shampoo in probably my whole life.
Do you use body wash on your hair?
I don't wash my hair. I just if water touches it, that's fine. But no,
Do you go swimming?
mostly in your mother's ass.
Damn it. Damn it.
Yeah. So I like doing that. Whenever you have bread, it always has to be toasted, or you never get to toast your bread.
Always toasted.
Oh yeah.
Always
Toasted.
toasted.
But there's just certain situations when I wouldn't want that bread toasted, and it would really grind my gears.
Like what?
No.
Do tell.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I want an example
I mean,
of that.
I don't want my Thanksgiving sandwich leftovers toasted. I want that.
Bullshit.
What?
Bullshit.
No, I
What?
don't.
the fuck is wrong with you?
No.
I don't want it.
Everything's better toasted.
Oh, yeah.
I
Everything.
can't say everything all the time, but
Well,
I
number
think
give
that
us one example that's the worst.
overwhelming amount of situations for me, I would prefer it toasted.
Question: what number do you toast your bread at, Richard?
Like
I
in
don't
the
think we all have the same toast.
yeah, we're not.
Well,
living
I'm just saying, like, do you
world.
want it like burnt or do you like it like medium?
No,
or do
it's
you
a
like it, like,
medium.
fairly-
It's a medium high burnt. It's like just over. It's got to have a little bit of squish
Yep.
in the middle.
Yeah. You want it just right.
like your mother's
Oh,
ass.
my fucking bread all fucked up.
Yeah.
That's a dumb
Also,
fucking question.
soggy Thanksgiving sandwich. That says a lot about your upbringing. It's like
They didn't have Thanksgiving. He was at the first one, and then you didn't get invited ever again.
that's better. I was just talking about his mother's big saggy ass, but that's Here's
Whatever.
play.
Ray, I swim in your mother's ass. You can't take medicine when you're sick, or you can't fix things when they break.
Can't take medicine when I'm sick. Yeah, I would.
No. I can't fix things. I'll just.
Yeah,
I'll just get somebody to-
what are you afraid you're gonna die?
I will take medicine.
Yeah.
Give me the
I never
medicine.
get sick. I never get sick. I don't need medicine. I want things fixed. I don't want to live around a bunch of broken shit like a Poe person.
Oh, the day Bobby gets the old pancreatic boo boo. He's gonna want that doctor. What a stupid answer.
Well, whatever.
You
just
can't
have
fix
BDs.
everything
You have
yourself.
BDs. That's why you had to take medicine.
You can't fix everything yourself.
I don't want
He's
around
Native
to be
American. He can do
around
anything.
a bunch of broken.
Like when your
shit
transmission
like the Poe.
shits the bed, you got to call somebody anyway.
Yeah, it's
But
called
when,
fucking Geronimo, and he takes the horse.
when your fucking herpes flare up again, you're gonna want some antibiotics, Rob.
I don't give a fuck. It doesn't bother me. I'm used to it by now.
Yep.
It's like just an extra throbbing when you have a boner. It just gives it like a little bit more life down there.
A little fire,
You wouldn't know about that though.
a little sauce.
Pussy. Have to carry around a 50-pound bag of sand everywhere or carry a purse around your shoulders.
50-pound bag of sand. I don't want no purse.
I'll take the purse.
I knew you fucking would. I knew you
He's
fucking
so
would. As soon as I said the 50-pound, I saw the light bulb in his head.
I mean, you have no practical foresight. Like, yeah, you're going to get a little ridicule at first, and then you get over it, and then it becomes extremely practical. You're like, I'm never getting rid of this purse. 50-pound bag of sand, you're going to die. You're going to literally, your heart's literally going to fucking quit.
Or I'm going to be fucking jacked.
Yeah,
Doubt it.
exactly. Your body would adapt to carrying it. The human body's amazing. It's people are just lazy fucks.
Your shitty anti-Navy knees are going to give out before you get ripped. You're
Yeah,
fucking,
that's true.
you're gonna die.
Ray
not
does
wrong.
have shit.
You're not wrong.
That's
They
true.
might give out. But I'm doing the 50-pound bag of sand. Thank you.
That's fine. He could drag it or something. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You gotta
Rich
drag
can
my
bring
balls
all
over
his
your
things
mother's
with him. That's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, very
Put
good.
My lip balm in there. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Very good. We're right back with Simplest Minds of the Week.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. It nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as stupid does.
All right, Richard. You sent me some, but I nay-nayed because you sent them too late. So I have all these for you today. So the first one I have for you. Yep, the first one I have for you is called Stop, Drop, Open Up Shop. Can you watch his butthole fucking tighten up when he does that?
It's like the Burger King. That's an old one. That's a good one. That's an oldie.
Next one I have for you is called Mo Money, Mo Problems.
I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who bragged that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
I have 3 children.
Okay, Mark.
You know what?
So, but
This
you don't
is
need a man's
all
money.
right, but that's it.
No, nothing. Nothing on that one.
I have 3 children.
Nothing, Richard. Nothing on that one. All right. Next one. Next one I have for you is called Needle in a Haystack.
I don't usually ship for a crowd. Did that just happen?
That happened.
It's very good.
Sorry. Next one I have for you is called Fly Like an Eagle. Something about kids getting hurt always fucking brings a smile to my face.
Joy. It's all about joy.
It's all about joy. Last one I have for you is called Hammer Time.
What a fucking loser.
That guy's good.
That's it.
This has been Semi Sports Show Friday Rewind live Tuesday, February 3rd, Super Bowl week, Super Bowl 61. Everybody knows it. Patriots, Seahawks. We'll see who comes out to the victor. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next Tuesday.
God wills it.